something with a minion on it, it's 100% factual.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's not a meme. It's real.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's not a meme.
Yeah, minions.
Minions, yeah.
Minions win live.
That's the tell.
That's the cold, hard tell.
TNMP, the Nerdy Misfit Podcast, with your hosts, Connor O'Neill and Matthew Hughes.
Matthew,
Connor,
welcome.
welcome yourself to the
Welcome.
podcast.
Another Wednesday.
Another Wednesday, another beautiful new Nerdy Misfit episode came out today, and we're back again recording on a Wednesday. But today's a little different.
It's our first guest of 2023.
But who is it?
Wish I had that sound effect for like a woo, we did it! New guest!
Yay!
Soundboard.
Achievement unlocked. But go ahead, introduce yourself
yes,
to the
introduce
audience.
yourself.
Hello, I'm Eddie. Ebatts on YouTube.
There you go. Ebatts on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm so nervous. I've been trying not to laugh this whole time.
He's a fellow nerdy misfit. So
Yeah, we've answered a bunch of your questions on your on the podcast here. You had a little beef towards us.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
some
thanks
Halloween.
for asking questions.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
I try my best.
Sometimes we run out of things, and then some of your questions are like perfect enough where you're like, oh yeah, we can talk about that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, see, I try, and then sometimes Matt messages me while I'm at work, and then I have a question, and then I forget, and then I don't answer him for 4 days,
Oh dear.
and it's like, you still need that?
It's fine. We'll use it next week.
Yeah, we always need questions.
We do.
That's how the podcast ends. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, of course.
This is, that,
There's a podcast.
this is how it ends.
That's what this is.
This is not my audition tape.
Yeah, this is on audition tape.
Every damn
where's
time.
the bus?
But yeah, you're a fellow misfit in the Discord, asking questions.
Yep.
Definitely a nerd.
Uh,
I think so.
You dabble.
Yeah.
Definitely,
I
definitely,
dabble.
definitely a range.
Yeah,
I think you've got quite the nerd range.
Yeah, I try my best. It's mostly Matt's fault.
It's not my fault.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
at work,
usually how it
and then
happens.
he'd be like, "Hey, this is really cool. Look at this," and then it just my whole life is obsessed with it for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Power Rangers RPG.
Yeah. That we need a second.
I'm waiting on session 2. We were supposed to do session 2 this upcoming week, but the Red Ranger has a dance recital tournament
Oh, okay.
that he's
Tournament would have been way cooler.
I know it. Dance tournament.
Just
Damn.
wearing the Red Ranger outfit.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
out there.
Just in Step Up or something.
Exactly. Otherwise, we would have had it this week because I'm waiting. You're waiting. We got some cool things coming for session 2 that you know of because you're part of that.
So how's
Secret
Matt?
stuff.
How's Matt's DMing or GMing?
Fantastic. We fucked his entire. Can I swear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we fucked his whole storyline.
Yeah.
Completely. He had this whole fantastic story, and everything that wasn't supposed to be a part of it, we all fixated to, and then he had to make it up on the fly.
Yeah.
So he was really good at coming up with stuff.
To
on
be
the
fair,
fly.
Eddie was rolling terrible. Like he tried to climb up the shelf to get to the freaking roof to go see the time capsule, and he fell off the shelf. And anytime he tried to like stand back up, he kept falling. Just terrible rolls. And then this guy has the audacity once they leave the room to be like, "Can I roll to see if I can find the guinea pig?" And this guy rolls super freaking high. I don't want to say it was nat 20, but it was
It was
like
close. It was my highest roll. Everything else
Yeah.
was like below 10.
Yeah, I think that roll was like 19. And I was like, frick's sake.
Guinea pig was found.
And then there was some guy who was just supposed to die and be a one-off, and then someone ended up looting his body.
Oh man.
The teacher, Mr. Cranston.
Yeah.
Y'all walked away, and then Roberto was like, "Nah, I'm gonna leave and pray." And then he's like, "Just kidding, I'm gonna loot the body."
Look at how prepared Matt is. He knows all the names of people now because it's been so long. He's just like been
reading.
He's been writing, and
I
now
have.
he
I'm
probably
waiting.
has 12 paths ready. He's like, "There's no way they can catch me off guard this time."
Oh, but
Yeah, you will, because you'll be like, "Where's Jim?
Yeah.
You see Jim?"
the mute. I need to know more of the mute.
I don't have anything about him yet.
Oh, there you go. Now you
I
can
literally
prepare.
just
quick, quick.
I was like, I don't want to develop this character. He's just a mute. He doesn't talk, guys.
And then that's who we obsessed over. Where's the mute?
Him and Jim.
Him and Jim.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's basically. I think that's just the curse of a
Yeah.
DM. You're just like, oh man, yeah, I'm super excited for them to see this, and then you say one thing that people are just like,
Oh,
yo, what was that? And you're just like, in your head, you're like, it was nothing, guys. Keep
wouldn't
going.
it be cool if we found a dead body down this hallway, guys?
It's
Was
nothing.
Was that even supposed to be part of it?
No, no, it was not.
That's made
He
up.
wasn't supposed to die. Like I had promise of him in the future,
Yeah. He had
but
a
not
story.
anymore. He dead.
He had a family. He had a family that Matt had to kill
Yeah.
for your story.
Now you guys will never know about him and his family.
Well, who had the scimitars? Oh no, it was Jim.
That
who
was
had-
Jim.
Jim
Yeah.
had the scimitars, and you were all upset that we didn't go help him. He was dual wielding scimitars.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, was it you that dropped your morpher? Like when you guys got them? No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You
I was
caught.
like, there was two
Attaboy.
of
Way
us.
to
Yeah,
catch your
I
morpher.
had to. I needed to. This guy's dual wielding scimitars showing us up.
Yeah, throws you guys morphers. Two of you completely miss catching them.
That was terrible.
That's why he died. He was just like,
No. Mr. Crimson died before this.
he's like, chucks the morphers. And you just sees them drop, and he's like, mistakes were made.
Yeah, I need to die.
Mistakes were made. Those weren't the ones.
No, Jim just disappeared at the end. Three guys morpher, told you a couple things, and just disappeared.
Yeah, with his dual wielding scimitars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you should be. Then you're all mad at us. Why didn't you help Jim?
Well, I was like, do you guys even care about Jim? You guys are like, no, it's fine. It's whatever.
They don't care about Jim.
Yeah, I was following the path of the Red Ranger.
It's true. What a dick.
Following the lead.
Had to. He's the Red Ranger.
Exactly.
Well, you don't know that yet, though.
Well, no, they do now at
Yeah,
the very
we
end
just
of the
found
session.
out. Although
Yeah.
we chose cloaks, and they just happened to be the color red.
I
and
had to
yellow.
go the cliche of like the Power Rangers wearing their colors when they're
I
unmorphed. So
see.
when they went into the one classroom, I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys found cloaks," and I was like, "Yeah, you found a red one, you found a black one, a blue one, a
And
yellow."
then they're all like, I think I'm the Blue Ranger, guys,
like-
red cloak.
Am I colorblind?
Guys, I'm the Pink Ranger.
Sir, that is purple.
Oh, man. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about the session 2
Whenever it
ever
happens.
happens.
When, not if. It will
Yeah,
happen.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll just have to do it online in the middle of the dance recital.
I
tournament.
mean, hey, we do ours online, all of our,
That's true.
and they go well. They're definitely
Yeah, because
fun.
they also use a system to actually have a visual for it too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have two different programs. We use oh man, I can't remember what it's called. There's
D&D
some-
Beyond and
Well, we use D&D Beyond for our player sheets, and then we have there's a Steam like game
yeah, the 3D platform one, right?
that's a 3D, but we've been switched. We now use a website called Virtual Tabletop
Yep.
Tools or something like that. Something like that. Something along those lines. And that one's like can do so many things. It's just not 3D,
Yeah.
but like if you learn the code, like you can do so much with it, which is why we're currently using that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good time online. I mean, we're all just on Discord, and then we have a Discord bot to play the music, and it's just as good.
We could do that.
Yeah, we could, but then I want to like be able to have like proper like
My thing is, I
visual
like
for
having
it.
I have like the screen if we're like in combat, so I can see what's happening. But then I have my other screen, and I'll have like my sheet.
Yeah.
But it's also just nice to have like Google, or like when I played a character that had a pet owl or a familiar owl, I had like those stats right in a tab. It's just I'm more used to doing that than like with paper. Paper's the enemy. Trees.
Paper's the
I
enemy.
love trees.
Love me some trees.
So I don't want to kill trees by printing when I can be on a computer.
To be fair, the Power Ranger RPG, the sheets are pretty simplistic, where it's only the one sheet.
Yeah, you did
And it's
show
not
me.
It was
too
easy.
yeah, it's not too complicated.
You say that, but then wasn't there a sheet for both human and a sheet for Power Ranger and a sheet for Megazord?
Well, yeah, so you have it's 3 sheets, but
Okay,
for the
so
third
you went from
sheet,
1 sheet to 3 sheets. So we've just 3x'd right here.
The third sheet doesn't matter as much. We don't use the Megazord every,
Well, not yet.
but still, it's
Not
not going
yet.
to come
Not
out
yet.
every
You'll get
session.
it. Don't worry.
I've been waiting.
If we ever get to session
Have you
3
guys
or
even
4.
been Power Rangers yet? You've been waiting for the Megazord?
No, they morphed at the
Yeah,
end.
Yeah, and then we found out, didn't we?
So you
Or
haven't
did you
fought.
just tell us
The colors?
our Zords? I think you told us our Zords, but we didn't use them yet, right?
No, you guys don't get your Zords for another like 2-3 sessions.
Oh yeah, almost on session 2. And you still need another like 3 sessions until you
Well, it's
get your
because
sword.
no, I think you can get your Zord ahead of time, but you can't. You guys can't farm the Megazord until level 3. So you guys are only
We
level
gotta-
1 still, right?
Dang. Did I take damage when I fell? And
Probably.
I think you have like you've taken 3 damage. I think
then Tim took some too.
Tim
didn't
took
he?
some damage too.
Chucking rulers.
Yeah.
Like ninja stars.
Yeah, he turned him into.
No, he was throwing books. Remember, he was
Well,
throwing
oh,
books
right,
of
it was-
Hamlet.
Yeah, he just picked up what 50
Yeah,
books.
I think it was like
Hamlet?
15 books of Hamlet. And he had him in his backpack, and he started throwing them at the enemy.
School's gonna have to buy more Hamlet books.
That's true. Yeah.
School's gonna be closed for a while.
Yeah, no more Hamlet.
No more Hamlet. It's not part of the curriculum. All right, going on. We have you stream.
I do.
You
I
stream.
do. I haven't this year yet.
Wow,
2020
slacking
yeah,
off,
I know,
actually.
I know. I took holiday and now it's just like, oh man.
Still on holidays.
yeah,
still on
still
holiday.
holidays. I gotta getting back to work, getting back in the flow of it.
Back on the grind, as
Yeah,
they say.
back on the grind. Rise and grind.
Rise and grind, exactly. So what type of games are you playing on stream? Anything that comes like that you just are interested in, or
Pokemon.
Nerd.
That was kind of
Pokemon.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I played it once or twice. I
heard
don't
of
know.
Pokemon.
I kind of wanted that to be my main focus because it's so easy to like.
It's more chill. You can
Yeah,
interact with
you
chat,
can-
and
Yeah, you can do what you want, and there's so many mods for it and ROM hacks where
that's true. The ROM hacks are
oh,
crazy.
they're so fantastic. And there's always new ones, so it's not like you run out of stuff to do.
Sure. Do you have any inspiration for like that you watch that made you want to do that?
Small Ant?
Small Ant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Small
I
Ant,
mean,
100%.
Based
Yeah,
on your
he's-
content, because I've personally watched you and watched your stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
100
Pokemon content is 100% Small Ant.
it's
vibes.
a lot of stuff where I was like, oh, I could do that. It's like shiny hunting.
And he's just having fun,
Yeah, that's
right?
all
And
it
that's all
is.
you're doing.
Yeah.
You're just having fun,
I just sitting back, talking to chat,
having a good time.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. I like competitive games like Call of Duty, but I just get so frustrated so fast, and
Yeah, and gaming's for fun.
yeah, that's why I like that.
Exactly.
And I like wasting time on something, so shiny hunting's perfect because I like being one of the people that have it, where it takes like 400,000 resets and no one
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
has
how's
it,
your
Well, he's
Diamond
re-
and
I
Pearl
still
coming?
don't have Dialga. It's been like a year and a half. I don't.
So
Oh, you're
before
on that
he-
reset grind.
yeah, I'm hard resetting for Dialga. It's bad.
That's funny because before the new year, you were streaming Scarlet,
Yeah,
and you were just doing wonder trades.
yeah,
and
it's so bad.
just until you get shit, you're just like, all right.
I still haven't got one. I got a couple of the Paradox forms, but still no shinies. But I was reading apparently you lock your game so you can't get shinies in the overworld if you get wonder traded a hacked Pokemon.
Oh, if you get hacked.
Oh,
yeah.
crap.
So if
But
you
why
get,
is Wonder Trade? That shouldn't be on you.
That's
that should
what
be
I'm
on
wondering.
the trader.
Yeah, so I've been kind of hesitant to keep streaming because I'm trying to look up more to see if that does
If that's
happen.
Doesn't want to
'Cause
be
it's-
locked out of all shinies.
That's and then I'd be stuck wonder trading for all the shinies.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
That would
I'm at
suck.
like 200 and something trades with nothing. It's just
Yeah, and how far were you in the game when you started? You like not even
I
like.
haven't done anything. I think I have the first gym badge and that's it. I remember pushing an onion or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to push the onion.
I don't think it's an onion.
No, I think it's
It's an
Pokemon.
olive.
Oh, it's an olive? Well, olives, onions.
I don't think those are the same.
Well, start with an O. It's fine.
Yeah,
They're
you
both
know,
roly
I'm
looking.
gonna say no, they're not the same, but okay.
Yeah, I pushed an olive.
They both have taste.
Which- it's such a weird. The new gym stuff is so weird that you have to do.
Like actually tasks.
Yeah, like
It's
I don't
it's no
know.
longer like puzzles. It's like do this thing.
Yeah, push an olive around and it's like okay.
It's not really a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Well, some of us.
One of them was one of them. What it was? Find all the sunflora.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah,
and-
you have
but
to go through, like, an
but
entire
it's horrible
town.
because it's like something like 10 or 12 of them. So
Oh.
just imagine the game's engine and you having 12 sunfloras
gosh.
following you.
Yeah, no, the lag is so bad. Apparently, other versions aren't as bad with the lag, but the English version, for some reason,
Weird.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't read that, but I did read that their first big patch, they're supposed to try. They're
oh yeah,
supposedly gonna figure it out, which we'll see. But it is definitely the biggest. It's funny because like I really enjoy the game.
Oh yeah, I like
'Cause
that a lot too.
I've beaten the game. I already have the
Shiny
shiny
charm.
charm. Already like been hunting. I'm already 150 hours like before Christmas like put into it.
I've been shiny hunting since like Pokemon Let's Go on
Yep.
stream, and I have not once got the shiny charm. I've just been doing it.
You would have to
Just-
grind the Pokedex to do that.
Yeah, and it's just
You're just like, who does
yeah,
that?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, fuck it. I'll just sink 40 hours that I could be catching to get the shiny charm, but I'll just sit here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Never, they say gotta catch them all in Pokemon. But did
I
you
just-
ever see Ash actually be like, I gotta catch them all?
No, he caught what?
He
6?
just wanted to be the gyms.
6 per gen. It's
Just
whatever.
wanted
Yeah.
to be the champion. That's all he
Minus
needed.
that 34 Tauros he caught.
Oh yeah, that I was watching. It's sad that he retired.
Retired.
Ash is retired. You've seen that?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be 11 episodes for him to like finish up his story. That should be starting soon if it hasn't already.
Apparently, the span of the entire anime took like 3 months. I was reading. Yeah, I was reading this.
Oh, it's
thing.
like a One Piece timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're like, oh, it's so sad when he sees Butterfree again, but realistically, this whole journey took like 3 months.
There's no way he traveled to all those different places. In
That's
3
what I
months.
thought. It was on like Reddit.
Who is
or
he,
something.
Luffy? That is funny because that is literally like One Piece. It's something
Yeah.
like the crew when they split up and the time skip happens, they end up being longer apart than they were together because of the
Really?
time skip. The time skip
Yeah.
makes them
2
spend
years.
less time together. So that time skip is longer than all of the time the Straw Hats have spent together.
That's insane.
Yeah, because
That's
post
like-
time skip is what only
It's something like 6 months tops.
yeah, if that. Yeah.
That's like Dragon Ball time. I was talking to Matt about this the other day. I haven't been able to watch Dragon Ball because of the time. Like I was watching the Cell Saga. No,
Yeah,
not Cell.
yeah.
No, Frieza. It was Frieza.
Okay.
And then they're like, "Oh, Goku will be here in 5 minutes," and I watched 16 hours of Dragon Ball, and they're like, "Goku will be here in 4 minutes," and I'm like, "What?"
You'll be there soon. No, yeah. Are you're watching like the original Dragon Ball Z run?
I
that?
did for a bit. It was like last year I tried, and then
I watched well, it's been a while now, but I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai where they kind of take out like all like the filler.
That's what I was trying to tell you about, Matt. It's Kai. That's what it's. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they
the
kind
one.
of take
Makes
out
sense.
they take out like pretty much all of the filler screaming and whatnot. They try and make it a more streamlined story of Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. I don't know. I haven't read the manga, so I'm not entirely sure if it's as accurate.
Yeah.
But you get
Maybe I'll
the
dabble in
gist of
that.
Dragon Ball in a
Yeah.
much tighter
Condensed,
package.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I made the mistake of watching all the Naruto filler. Isn't Naruto have the most filler?
No, Bleach
Bleach.
does.
Well, Bleach could improve
oh,
itself.
actually, yeah, because of the new arc.
Yeah, because of the
Yeah.
final
There's
arc.
There's
So
a lot in Naruto on Netflix. It's like the last 3 seasons.
Naruto,
is just
It's
all
from
filler.
it's like episode 140 to 219.
yeah,
I
the
think is
original
filler.
Naruto, the whole
Yeah.
Shippuden's not
the whole
as
last
bad.
50 episodes is filler, except for the
Half of
except
the
for the last
episode
like
of the
4
season.
minutes of the last
When
episode,
he-
which
yeah,
is
when
like
he
him and
leaves with
Jiraiya leaving.
Jiraiya. Yeah, that's because I was watching. You could pretty much stop after Sasuke and Naruto fight.
Yep,
at,
basically.
the
Yeah.
statues, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And then it's just like the last 3 minutes is like Jiraiya's like, okay, Naruto, let's
Or it's
go.
time to
Because all of
go.
a sudden he's in the hospital, and you're like, okay, convenient,
Yeah.
just for Jiraiya to pick him up. And then yeah, I think Naruto's something like
43,
43, 45.
45.
and then Bleach before the current arc came out was like 47 or 48.
Dang.
But both by Studio P.
Hmm.
Both Studio P did both of them. So,
Is One Piece how
Like
high are they with
8% maybe.
8%?
but they took a different approach. See, Naruto and Bleach was like, oh, we're too caught up. We're gonna give time and do filler to build, let the story develop, and then we'll write it and animate it. Whereas the way Toei took One Piece is they're just like, we'll just make a chapter last a whole episode.
Oh, nice.
And the way they do things, so the pacing is just horrendous. Like early on, One Piece is fine. It's once you start getting up to like Dressrosa, is when the pacing just becomes horrendous, and they start using full songs for openings.
Oh,
So it's like a nice, it's like a
4
nice
minute?
nice 2.5-ish minute for an opening, and then they do a recap of the last episode and where because later in One Piece the Straw Hats are always split up. So then we got to go over where everyone is.
Oh, so it's like
So it's a nice
like
solid
5,
like
6
minute and a
minutes?
half recap, and by the time you finally get into like the episode, it's like you're already like 6 minutes in, 5 minutes, 6 minutes in,
that's nuts.
and then in the episode it'll show stuff that previously happened where you're like, I don't need to relive that. I just saw that like last episode, bro.
so you get like 12 minutes of episode.
It's genius.
Lucky. It's probably like 10 minutes, and then obviously they extend other parts, and you're just like, this is painful.
But now you're slowly watching through One Piece.
Yeah, I
right?
just watched the Davy Back games, well, most of it, and then my friend was like, "Yeah, no, skipped straight to Water 7." So
Baby Back Games has filler. That's like
Yeah.
one of the few spots where there is filler.
That's what my friend was telling me. Yeah, he's like, "Just why are
'Cause
you watching that?"
I think it's one
I was-
chapter in the manga or 2 tops, something like that.
and it was quite a bit too. I was like 7-8 episodes.
Because they
and
did
then-
like every game possible.
Yeah, it
but-
was.
It's
But it
just
also,
a transition
like,
arc.
doesn't fully feel like filler.
It didn't to me.
Well,
I
because
was
it's
like,
because technically it's not. It's just an
Yeah.
expansion of what is
Just
in
expanded
the
lore.
manga. Yeah, kind of. Expanded lore, I guess, is the way of saying it.
Direct canon.
yeah, I was like, oh, and then he's beefing me, so I was like, I'll just skip to Water 7, and then
That's a top tier arc.
yeah, that's what he was. So then I watched the last episode of Davy Back, and there's just this dude with ice, and I was like, I feel like this guy's important. Maybe I should go back a couple more episodes.
Yeah, because that is important. That is extremely important. That is.
Never heard of him. Sounds irrelevant.
Yeah, you're right. Just happens to be an admiral.
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
important.
Yeah, he was talking about Smoker, and he's like, oh, and I was like, oh man, this guy sounds like
He knows
Smoker.
stuff. He knows
yeah, I
stuff.
was like, this guy's important. This doesn't feel like filler.
Yeah, he's an admiral. So only 3 of those. They're like pretty much the most powerful Marines. So
True.
you could argue they're important.
Oh,
It's whatever.
It's whatever. But yeah, that's how Toei handled their stuff. Although I will say they've done slightly better with the more recent arc in terms of like their animation looks a lot better, cleaner. they definitely still suffer from extending things more. But sometimes it's good. That's the thing. Sometimes you enjoy it because you're like, oh, I like how they expanded on this fight and there's a little bit more fighting going on because that's what you enjoy.
Yeah.
But one thing that they got a lot of hate on was like particle effects.
Yeah.
Because like they were overdoing it like to the extreme with all these particle effects. And you're just like, isn't this a show about pirates fighting?
No.
But it's like straight up looking like Dragon Ball Z like level of particle effects. So I think there was a couple weeks ago or like last month they announced that they were gonna do a lot less, tone it down on the particle effects.
Oh, so this is like recent that
Yeah,
it
it's like a
is.
newer.
yeah, like the
dang.
current arc was like where people like
Lots
you
of
can't even
particles.
see what's happening because
Yeah.
there's so many particle effects. Because that is kind of a crutch that sometimes animators use to hide stuff or
Yeah.
to like skip over certain scenes. But I've enjoyed. I'm not caught up in the anime anymore because like mostly because of the pacing. I feel like I don't want to waste. I've read the chapter. I don't need
Yeah,
to.
so you don't need to watch it.
I don't need to watch the chapter.
Did you read it all, Matt, or did you watch it?
I watched up until the time skip and then read from there on out.
How long did it take you to read it?
You read a lot.
Like
really fast.
that was about just under 500 chapters. Took me 4 weeks.
He read a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't
that's a
healthy.
lot of
It was
reading.
because Oda went on a break and it was like, yeah, there's like 27 days till the manga comes back. I was like, all right, I'm in chapter 596. There's 1,050. I was like, 4 weeks? I could do it. And yeah, and I did
And
it.
you did it.
And
Now
I've
he's
been
suffering
reading-
on a week-on-week basis.
Yeah, I have
like all the
regrets.
other One Piece fans, where you're just like, "Ah man, Oda's on break next week." No,
That's like Hunter x Hunter fans, but it's
That's a whole different breed.
That's a
of
whole different
waiting.
problem. It's a different issue, and he has a whole other bag of worms.
But we've been getting consistent Hunter x Hunter chapters. What, last
Month,
month? Yeah, that's
and they switched to Hunter x Hunter being monthly now.
fair.
I should start reading. I've only been watching.
Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, I need to. So I watched one season?
I would say watch.
One season via Netflix.
Yeah,
Like
I
what they
watched it on
yeah,
Netflix. Yeah,
just because like in my mind, like I will view Hunter x Hunter as just like
a whole.
yeah, it is Hunter x Hunter because it's just
Yeah.
they just did a straight run
that's
of
what.
it.
It's like on Netflix. I think it was like
They do an
4 or
okay
5
job
arcs.
of yeah, they do a good
Yeah.
job of breaking the
Yeah.
the seasons as arcs in Netflix. I think
Yeah, because
So,
even One Piece is like that too. It's broken down by arcs.
yeah, we actually we have like an anime club with like my friends. I say we pick anime, but we just finished Hunter x Hunter. Like that's what we watched, and we
Yeah.
only watch like 3 or 4 episodes a week. But we did just finish that, and everyone liked it.
It's great. I liked it a lot.
It's definitely chef keys.
Le Chef Sakis.
But yeah, it's also everyone recommends it. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. But
yeah.
I mean, there's a reason for it at the end of the day, right? But definitely, Killua gang.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm in desktop wallpaper,
Oh yeah,
I was like-
exactly.
and I was like, is this weird that I have a child as my wallpaper?
Absolutely not.
Only if you make it weird.
Well,
It's not weird because he's edgy and has white hair.
That's true. It's something about white hair,
They just know what they're doing. Those mangaka.
So Eddie,
How can I help you?
so you've streamed Pokemon.
Yeah.
You've been slowly watching One Piece. You've watched some anime and stuff like that. Is there any other nerd-esque hobbies you're into? Like you watch like the Marvel movies, DC movies?
Yeah, I watched the DC movies. I
Do
watched.
you enjoy the DC
Yeah,
movies?
no.
We'll just skip over that.
You wanted a controversial opinion.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
He hates Marvel and he loves DC.
Actually, for animated movies, yes.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that's a common
DC
thing. Yeah.
DC whoops them, but the DC,
But have you ever watched an animated Marvel movie?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
That's fair. Okay. But the DC does follow the comics, which is nice. Like
Yeah, for the most
I
part.
think the Warner Brothers, the animators but they do the DCU too, don't they? Warner Brothers.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the DCU sucks. It's just
Well, that's why they're
Spitting
rebooting
facts.
You know,
for the
and-
5th time, 6th time.
it. They're rebooting it.
Ezra Miller coming back. Let's talk about that.
Okay, all right.
Let's
That's
talk
too
about
controversial.
Is he actually coming back?
He's
Yeah.
coming back. They greenlit him.
We'll see his Flash eventually.
Yeah.
Can't wait for his Flash movie. If he makes it to it.
Well, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make his movie, right? And then he's gonna do Flashpoint because that's what the movie's basically about, and then he's gonna run back to the main continuity. But when he runs through the Speed Force, he's gonna come back and he's just gonna look completely different, and that's gonna be the new actor.
That's what I thought. I honestly thought that's how they'd bring Grant Gustin in. I thought that'd be a perfect.
Oh, they'll
way
never
to
bring Grant Gustin into the
I thought
movies,
that he was
though.
supposed to come in.
Oh, very interesting.
No, Ezra Miller was in the Flash TV show.
They should have just had him be Wally West then.
Yeah,
because if they make, well, I mean, technically, if they're rebooting, we can just pretend that we never actually met him.
It's true.
And just have him be Wally West all of a sudden. Have him run to death.
Yeah.
And then boom, bring Barry in.
Boom, new person.
That would work.
It's actually his name is Bart Allen. He's actually Barry Allen's great grandson from the future. And
Impulse.
Okay, there you go.
Impulse. There you go.
Impulse, yeah, I know.
You know your stuff.
Young Justice. That's
Young Justice. That was fire.
I love that show. Such a good show.
Such a good show.
Underrated.
And then they stopped, and I was sad. And then I remember how hype I was when they're like, "We'll bring it back." I don't know why they ever didn't. Why they got rid of it?
That's like Teen Titans. I was so sad when the original Teen Titans stopped.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Well, Teen Titans Go is just like,
oh, it's so good. I love Teen Titans Go.
I'll be honest. I've watched some like random compilations of it, and it seems so stupid that some of the parts are super funny.
Yeah,
but like the actual story is just
Teen
garbage.
Titans Go. It's funnier when my favorite clips of Teen Titans Go is when they bring in like the Teen Titans.
Yeah. Well, there's a movie,
and then
the crossover movie.
Yeah, the crossover movie where they bring in like more regular animated style, and then the Teen Titans animated style, and then Teen Titans Go, and you're just like, and they're just like, you're supposed to be me.
Yeah, because they fight in like a tournament, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but
wow, you haven't seen the movie?
You haven't seen the movie?
DC.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Back ahead.
Yeah, he's
sad.
Marvel, they also their movies. I don't know how I feel about the new MCU. I feel like it's not going to be as good as.
That's funny. We were just talking about it on a previous cast.
Yes.
And well, it's funny because we were talking about how Matt's least favorite. We'll call it the OG MCU, I guess, is what we'll call it.
For the
from phases 1 to the end
saga.
of 3.
Yeah,
saga.
Matt's least favorite films are the ones that had no relation.
So like my least favorite films are like Iron Man 3.
Oh, what?
The second Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, things that don't impact the
overarching story. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
the
only thing you need to know from that movie is that Mantis joined the Guardians.
So that's like in Star Wars, you'd say you don't like Phantom Menace because you don't need Phantom Menace at all.
Okay, I like nothing. Actually,
technically you do because how did Anakin end up?
You
with all
could
of them?
I think you could.
How did
summarize,
Anakin meet Padme?
You could summarize all of Phantom Menace.
Oh yeah,
in like
for sure.
6 lines of dialogue between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
You know what I'd like to argue
mom.
with that? I think Rogue One is more useless than Phantom Menace. Why did we need to make the opening credits of
Rogue
New...
One's good, but he's not wrong in terms of
Rogue One is the opening credits to New Hope.
None of the characters are important.
You guys see?
They're important, but they're not. You don't know they're all
the
Machete Order.
Yeah.
There's like a huge fan base that says Phantom Menace is just garbage.
See, the thing is, I'd like to believe that Phantom Menace is now important for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that you haven't watched yet.
I know I haven't. There's just
that was a good show.
There's so much on
Disney Plus you haven't touched.
That I'm just scared now.
But is Star Wars up there? Like, are you like a massive Star Wars fan, or you're just like, yeah, I liked it as a kid?
Yeah, I like 80%. You know, like not like huge, but Star Wars. I watched the Clone Wars.
You're not like offended like other Star Wars fans.
No,
you're just like, okay, that was mindless. I guess it was okay.
Yeah, I can enjoy. I think most.
You were like
Star
a kid.
Wars
You're like me, where you're just like lightsaber battles were awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And then I used to play.
And then you watch the new ones. You're like, where are all the lightsaber battles?
Yeah, they just got rid of them. They're like, what the heck? There was this game that I played. It was called the Clone Wars Adventures. I found out there's like a McDonald's code you could enter to get like free membership. So I just spent my whole childhood playing Clone Wars Adventures.
I forget what the game was called. There was a game for either Xbox or the GameCube that I used to play all the time when I went to my cousin's. It was also Clone Wars related, and it was like the Coliseum scene. And you just pick like the Jedi that you want to be, and it's just waves of droids, and you just wreck them.
That sounds epic.
And we would just spend that for hours.
Yeah,
just kind of like zombies, I guess, in COD, but instead of them
Star Wars.
Instead of there's no difficulty. You're just destroying them because they're droids.
I miss those days. You know, you could just have fun doing that. Now we gotta worry about bills.
Yeah,
adulting is rough, man.
It's that was a game. Probably, I would imagine like anything, you'd go back to it and be like, wow, this is.
The graphics are
Not great.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I start emulating old PS2 games that I'm like in my head. I was like, this is the best thing ever. And then I play it. I was like, what
I was playing
is this?
a couple months ago. I was playing Beautiful Joe. I don't know if either of you played.
No.
It's like a story of like a superhero, but it's like a movie, like an action hero movie, and then they make
Okay.
it into a game, and you get like slow mo abilities and fast motion. But every time you die, they go cut.
I
It's just like a 2D like scroller, like you're just kind of going.
might have heard of it. I like have a weird. It's kind of like that book you were telling me about, where I have this weird memory of it. Like maybe it's from my past life.
So what got you into gaming then? Like, what was your first like console or handheld?
Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo.
Oh
yeah,
wow,
my
damn,
mom had
way
it.
back.
Yeah, my mom was. I think as soon as I could play, my mom had me on the Super Nintendo, and then we were playing some casino game. So that was great.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah,
Gambling at a
addiction.
young age.
Yeah, real son. And then I upgraded the PS2. Then I was playing The Godfather for
Yep.
PS2 at like 7 years old. So I'm sure that was great for.
You turned out fine.
Yeah.
You should do okay. Okay,
So-
so more of a Sony person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Started OG with the Nintendo though.
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
like-
Nintendo, and then I think Game Boy was my most played until I got.
Because it had Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Yoshi's Island actually
Yoshi's
too.
Island is also
Yoshi's
good.
Island, and then I also had this. Remember what was it like Robot Betty or something? There was this old
Atomic Betty.
Atomic Betty. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I
Just like Matt just clicked. Something just
knew.
clicked. Oh yeah, good old Atomic.
I don't know
Betty.
where you're going with this, but I know
But
what
no,
you're talking
but
about.
it was just this weird Game Boy game I had that I remember
Okay.
playing as a kid. It was I didn't have a lot of games as a kid, but it was like it was
It was
at-
Atomic Betty. And
yeah.
he had everything he needed.
at Value Village. You know how
And
like,
Tetris.
they'd have Tetris. Yeah, that was one.
Everyone had Tetris.
Dragon's Tail. I had
Dragon's
Nice.
Tail, the
Nice.
game.
Yeah, it was like a bag of really. It was at Value Village for $5, just a bag of really bad Game Boy games, and I just played those for years.
So I gotta know though, because of there's a TikTok out that you made, and this is gonna be a hot take, I think. But what is, in your opinion, what's the best Pokemon game? Or what's your least favorite Pokemon
Diamond and
game?
Pearl, 100% the best game. I don't know why that guy beefed me when I duetted him. Diamond and Pearl, by far best game. I don't know if it's just nostalgia for me, but that was like the first game I played on the DS, and I just had so much fun. Something about the Underground.
Yeah.
Underground's cool though.
Underground was fantastic, and the worst game, Black and White, 100%.
Damn, that is a
Yeah.
hot
That's
take.
a hot
Black
take.
and
See, I
White
told you.
Did not enjoy it. I remember I was in grade 7 in Ottawa, and the one souvenir I bought was Black and White while we were out there.
What?
Yeah.
What a souvenir.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get it.
Goes to Ottawa. Is like, I'm gonna get something that reminds me of Ottawa.
This is the
Pokemon.
This is the first time my mom gave me too much money to handle as a kid, and I was like, I'm buying Black and White, and so I bought it.
Go on your trip. Get something nice from Ottawa. Got you, Mom.
I got Pokemon Black, and I just played like.
You can
an
only get it
hour.
in Ottawa. It's an Ottawa edition.
Auto exclusive.
It's got a sticker on it.
It's a Canada Capital edition.
Maybe that's why it sucked. I played 2 hours and I just didn't pick it back up. It was one of the only Pokemon games I just.
That's
couldn't
2 more hours than I've played
I
of it.
I
Yeah,
can't tell
it's
you,
just-
because I haven't played Black or White or Black and White 2.
That's
but
the
I
only
have,
gen I haven't played.
I have heard that a lot of people think it's like the best story. I don't know if gameplay wise it's the best, but I've heard that it has a lot of people give it the best Pokemon story.
Don't even know what the story's about.
Well, they have like
couldn't tell
they
you.
have N, who's like a fan favorite character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I
He's on a
remember-
bunch of
yeah.
cards. I know that.
Yeah, he's like a green haired guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's edgy. Well, he's just Wally. They just took Wally.
just
and
Wally.
Just
Yeah.
aged him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just made him.
I think he's a little bit more important in the story than Wally.
I don't know. Wally. And his
Wally just
routes.
kind of is like this kid that was like getting bullied by Pokemon or whatever, and you help him.
Just wanted to find happiness. Okay.
Maybe it is Wally when he's older.
N is Wally. Confirmed. W and N, basically the same letters.
I'm pretty sure. I'm a little dyslexic, but I'm pretty sure they're the same letters.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, yeah. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's a take.
And I will.
I mean,
I'll
the Diamond
die-
and Pearl-
I will
You'll
land
die on that
I'll
take?
land on my sword for that. That's.
I mean, you know.
I'm all about Gen 3, so.
Yeah, you're a Gen 3 lover.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just like, I think is nostalgia always takes over, though, when you're picking
Yeah.
like those games. Because, like, Pokemon Silver is the first game I played.
I think Crystal was the first one I played.
But Pokemon Ruby was the one that I first, like, that I played and just, like, fell in love with.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, see, that's a toss-up. Emerald. I would put Emerald number 2 because that's the first one. I remember walking up the what town, the tree town. I forget what it is. Where there's
Oh,
all,
yeah.
I would just have this such a vivid memory of having so much fun trying to get
I just think
past-
all the Pokemon introduced in Gen 3 were pretty cool. I think the legendaries are awesome.
Yeah, I think the original Pokemon are overrated. I think the original Pokedex.
They're definitely there are some
yeah.
big winners, but like you're just like
People say that it's the best gen and it's the best, but no, it's
nah.
no.
There's Gen 1 Pokemon that are always like, they're going to be cool. Like, no one's ever going to say any of like those original 3 starters aren't awesome, but
Oh yeah, no, they're.
but there's, we've gotten some pretty cool insect Pokemon from the,
What'd you think of the new starters?
They sucked.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was very
They're horrible.
disappointed. Yeah, they were.
I think, they were just, I don't even know their names. Like, that's how bad they are. I don't care.
No, it was the first game I boxed my starter.
Like, it's funny because I think a lot of people say the water starter, water starter is like great typing. Like all like the competitive Pokemon players, like, oh, it's such a, that's a pretty solid typing. Like he's got good stats, blah blah. Looks jank as all hell.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I'm just like, nope, not grabbing that. And I was like, okay, the grass is cute. I'm like, and the final evolution looks okay, I guess.
Yeah,
like not great, but it looks all right. I named it Shikamaru.
I just went for Fire Totodile.
Same.
I was like, yeah, they're gonna.
But yeah, they were. It's the actual first 3, like the starting forms of them were fine.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, okay, these are decent.
and
And then
Anything past that.
It's like Sobble.
the effort fell off, I guess.
Yeah, it's like with Sobble. I was so disappointed with So I fell for custom starters with that gen, so I picked Sobble because I saw this cool dragon, super cool, like, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I got Inteleon, and I was like, what the?
What is this?
Lied to.
Yeah,
The Rowlet always had my heart.
The internet lied to
Rowlet
me.
is.
That always had my heart. And then Decidueye is just like,
Oh, perfect. Yeah, if I
Chef
didn't
Keys.
fall for internet, I would have.
the internet didn't bait Eddie into the wrong decision.
The internet lied to me.
They gave him some crazy
For the first time, the internet lied
First
to you?
time, the internet doesn't lie. There's
true.
not one thing on the internet, especially Facebook.
Oh,
That's
please.
the place for the
It's where my
information.
grandma gets all
Yeah,
her
if you
info.
see something with a minion on it, it's 100% factual.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's not a meme. It's real. That's how you know it's not a meme.
Yeah, minions.
Minions, yeah.
Minions wouldn't lie.
That's the tell.
That's the cold, hard tell. All right. And then we got here your Spider-Man nut.
Yes, I love Spider-Man. Actually, this is a funny story, but I have a Spider-Man tattoo on my arm. He's like kind of like chibi.
Yep.
So I was in college with Matt at this time.
Like in the same program? as Matt?
Yeah.
We were in the same program. And then, so I got the tattoo. I just found it off the internet. I was just looking up Spider-Man
And you're
tattoos.
just like, I'm getting a tattoo
Yeah,
of that.
so I got it. But there's this guy that he was in school with, and he was pissed at me. He's like, he's got the same tattoo. And I don't remember if he wanted to fight me or I just thought it. He did. Yeah, he wanted to fight me because I got the same tattoo.
Wait, a
as him.
random guy you have
Some
never
dude.
met
Yep.
wanted to fight you because you both were friends with Matt, and he's like, oh yeah, my friend got that tattoo. He's like, how do you have that tattoo?
Yeah, because I had the same tattoo as him that I found off the internet.
Well, that isn't very Spider-Man of him. I'm
Yeah.
going to say right now.
That's true.
That's
yeah.
pretty Dr. Doom.
Yeah, and then I was just scared to hang out with Matt because I was like, this kid's gonna be there.
He's just going to show up and beat me up.
Yeah, I think he was a boxer, wasn't he, or something? Yeah. So I was like, this guy's gonna kick
That's not
my
very
ass.
Spider-Man.
He was ready for the bone saw.
Bonesaw is ready.
Yeah, so
That is wanted to beat you up because you have the same.
accidentally got the same tattoo as him.
Which obviously he got the tattoo from a very similar place. Probably
I'm
Google
thinking-
Images.
I'm thinking so. I think it's you told me about it, and I still went through with it. I think that was
Well, why should that change your mind if you
Yeah,
liked it?
that's
If
what
you were
I
looking
thought,
up for
yeah.
ideas and you liked it, then
who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought. But
what the heck?
I remain just sitting here trying not to comment on this, but going off of particularly the Spider-Man tattoo, we've had a couple other people on here. One of them has had tattoos, but we haven't really mentioned it too much. But you have tattoos, a bunch of nerd tattoos. How many tattoos do you have?
how many? Oh, that's a great question.
The man doesn't know how many tattoos he has. He's counting right now.
17 or 18.
He pointed at
17 or 18.
Yeah, I've got
Holy.
17 or 18.
he pointed at an
tattoos.
area we're not allowed to mention.
Yeah, that one. That one's just to show you guys later.
but- okay.
Oh,
It's
fair
good.
enough.
What's your favorite tattoo?
My favorite. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a tough
The
one.
Spider-Man tattoo because someone wanted to beat him up
Yeah,
over it,
that's
and he
the
kept
most
it.
memorable. You know, I did. There was days I had a cheese grater, and I was like, I don't want to get beat up.
But he kept it.
I didn't count these ones, so we're probably at like 21.
I
22.
freaking love the hammerhead.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think-
hammerhead shark,
Yeah,
but
my hammerhead shark.
it
is
actually has
probably-
a hammer as its head.
That or my paddy wagon is definitely my
Yeah.
The
favorite.
paddy wagon.
Yeah.
And
From
we got,
SpongeBob.
we got Gengar with a lightsaber.
Yeah, that one was just spur of the moment. I was like, it'd be cool if Gengar had a lightsaber. And I went and got it tattooed.
I don't know why Gengar would ever have a lightsaber, but
I don't know why either, but I was like, well, he does now.
And then you got a Raphael tattoo, right?
Yeah, I got Raphael.
so I guess that means Raphael is your favorite Ninja Turtle.
Actually, funny story.
Oh, God.
Dude, hates
He's
him.
not. He's second favorite. Donatello was my favorite, but I've got red and blue on my arm, so I was like, I should probably
Okay.
go red. But I did like an older comic style, so he didn't look so angry.
Fair.
Yeah.
He's happy.
happy,
Raphael.
Raph.
Happy Raph.
Uncommon.
That
It's a rarity. It's like a shiny.
yeah, he's smiling. I think it was just like the picture I found. I don't think it had a color for the bandana, so I was like, oh fuck it, just put red there.
You could have just lied and
Yeah.
you just asked like, "Oh yeah, what's your favorite
Yeah.
turtle?" And they're just like, and you're like, "Yeah, that's who it is."
Oh
actually.
yeah, totally. I love him. Yeah, no,
Oh
I
yeah, it's
can't-
Leo. Oh yeah, it's Michelangelo. Yeah. Just
got
make
one
sure
of
you
those,
don't
like-
say that in front of people that have already answered the question. But so you have
Yeah.
some color tattoos, but then you have some black and white.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
that's. I don't know. I like the color first, but Spider-Man I had to get redone 3 times.
Oh,
yeah, because
okay.
the red didn't stay. So color tattoos don't like me.
They don't like me.
yeah, no, the ink didn't stay. Raphael I had to get redone too, actually, like last month.
Okay.
So I had to switch to just black and white because.
Because you don't want to keep doing that.
Yeah, no, it's annoying to have, and it hurts more after they're already done. So I was like, no, I'm a little baby, so.
Baby, but has
Baby
multi-
has
like
over 20 tattoos, but such a baby.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah, no,
So what's the
it's-
most painful tattoo you've gotten?
Oh, actually, we're up like 23. I forgot about my leg.
Oh
23,
my-
24.
23, okay.
I've got a teddy bear tattooed on my thigh, and it
which
says,
represents.
my great grandfather, who I was named after. His nickname was Teddy. So
Oh,
it says Ed. Yeah, so it says
nice.
Ed on the teddy bear, but on the thigh was the worst. It needs redone, but I refused to get it redone because it was like I was up in the air, butt puckered because
Yep.
it hurt so bad, and that was. I think it took 5 minutes, but it was just awful, terrible.
Matt, are you getting tattoos?
Not anytime soon, that's for sure.
You don't want to pucker your butt?
Nah.
Is
Not-
there
not
like a
today
specific
anyways.
artist you always go to, or is it just kind of
Yeah.
you just show up at the shop and you're just like,
I
I want this.
I've done that a couple times where it was just like spur of the moment, like my Naruto tattoo. I just got randomly done. But Hart and Huntington, her name's Amber.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to her since I was like 20. That's weird to say. I'm 24
all the way
now.
back when he was
Yeah,
20.
yeah. No, that's Amber. She's usually who I go to.
She's the
she's
u-
just
she's-
she's
she's
got
the
a
gal.
long wait. It's like 3-4 months, which I know doesn't sound long, but like
Maybe it's good for you, Eddie.
For the anticipation
so you
of
can
tattoo.
so
that
you
makes
can
sense.
actually
Yeah.
wait for those 3-4
That's-
months and be like, you know what?
it,
Maybe I'll change this
There's-
slightly.
a couple times I put them as my phone wallpaper. So if I can stare at them as my phone wallpaper for long enough, I'll
That's
be
fair.
like, yeah, I can
know what,
live with
that's
that on my
understandable.
body.
That's actually some.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Like if you had thinking of getting a tattoo and you can't even have it as your wallpaper for.
Yeah, if you get bored of it, definitely don't get it on your body. First. My first tattoo, actually, it's behind, but it's the Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
It's just he didn't do it at all how I wanted, so that's sometimes I'm sad to walk around in shorts because it shows off. So yeah, you really got to make sure you go to someone that's gonna do it, and then
Are you able to get that like touched up though or changed?
so
Or
I'm
like
gonna
what's
ask
the
Amber.
or put something over it. Or
Yeah, I was
change it up.
gonna talk to Amber about maybe like if she can redo it or maybe even a cover up because it was like I wanted.
He's gonna do
a
another
certain-
Spider-Man.
I was thinking about it, just a bigger Spider-Man.
same tattoo, just different
exact
location.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just do symbiote Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that was I
That's
wanted
black and
that.
white?
Yeah, I thought about it.
It's black and white.
Yeah, I should. I was thinking you can change tattoos to black and white from color.
Oh, nice.
So I was thinking about going symbiote.
Once it
but,
fades a bit more, you can definitely just
just get it redone because you're supposed to get color fixed up like every 6 years, I think, or
Jeez
something.
Louise.
Wow, I'm
yeah,
learning
so
so much.
Right?
Yeah, so I don't know if I want to do that. I'm like 57 years old and I gotta.
Or
Go.
she-
I gotta go
the
get my
color.
Spider-Man recolored. I wonder if we'll even have people be getting tattoos by that time.
Oh, I wonder all the time how the stigma is going to change because right now, I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. Like
I don't think it's anywhere near as bad.
No, tattoos a lot more
everyone-
socially acceptable these
Yeah,
days.
everyone I know has one. Everyone I went to high school has one. I remember my first job. I worked at this like mini mart convenience store in a hotel, and this old lady was like, "Tattoos are only for sailors and swearers," and I was like,
You're like, well, I'm a swearer.
"Yeah." I was like, "Well, fuck you, lady."
You're like, I've never been on a boat, but I swear.
Yeah, but she was like, I don't know. She's super old fashioned.
I pray to the devil.
Yeah.
And then the first one I got, I left by that point. I went back and I thought she was gonna die because I just walked in. I was like, "Look at this!" And then she
Look
was
at
like,
this.
"Oh my
Get back!
God,
Satanism.
spawn!"
Oh my gosh, yeah. I definitely think the views change with that. And I think piercings, like facial piercings, are like a lot of establishments are still like about those.
There's, I think it's to a point, because like the big giant spacers, but I think like little ones, aren't so bad.
Anything bigger than a dime is usually the rule for a lot of companies.
Yeah,
Dyed hair, I think that's becoming a little more acceptable.
Dyed hair is 50-50. If it's like a common tone, it's a little bit better.
I
But
think
if it's
it's
like vibrant
also
colors,
the place you work, the people that your establishment is trying to get. Like, I feel like if you worked at like a game shop or like like a card store or something, like obviously they're not going to care.
Coffee shop, etc. But if you're in a business-esque where you're wearing a suit, like you have to look professional, right?
Yeah, and they definitely don't consider that appearance professional yet. Soon, we'll probably hit a point where people just as long as your hair's like, people probably be like, I don't care what color your hair is as long as it's like styled.
Yeah, exactly. So Eddie, I gotta know too, because you haven't really streamed or anything. You haven't done too much in 2023 yet. What is the big plan for Ebatts this year?
Ooh, that's a tough
Do you have
one.
a game plan?
Because we did go from content.
Yeah,
Like we're talking like I feel like I couldn't
4 freaking shorts a day uploading.
Yeah, it was bad.
Streaming 5 days a week.
It's,
It wasn't bad. Don't say
was
it's
that
bad.
too
Well, it
was
was
that
like-
too extreme? You weird yourself out, you think?
I
Are you on a
my
burnout right now?
Movavi subscription right now, so I'm on. That's kind of why I haven't been doing it, but I want to do. I had this thing where I would just sit and edit shorts for like
Just doing it.
just tunnel vision, just shorts, and then I'd be like, okay, now I have a week's worth of shorts.
That I uploaded in one day.
Yeah, it was bad. I was sitting there, and then if the short didn't perform how the last one performed, it was like 200 views under. I'd be like, okay, I need to do another one. So that way,
what was wrong with it? What do I need to change? Wasn't funny enough. Wasn't not
and
doing
then
this?
I'd get in my head. I was like, okay, so then I'd edit more and more, and then I'd be like, okay, I want to focus less on that. I want to do a short a day, just stick to that. Whatever happens, happens.
Right.
I kind of want to do a video, 3 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a full YouTube video, because I was kind of. If I uploaded a short, I was like, oh, I uploaded, so I don't need a video. So I didn't have as many videos. But, yeah, it was the shorts. I was once one went over 1,000, I was like, okay, I need this every time. And then if it didn't...
It's like that dopamine hit.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was like, this is great. And then it was usually within the first hour, I would say, you would know, like, okay, this shot off. But then some would do 20, and I'd be like, oh, man. But then the next day, they were at 1,000 also. It happened later, but if it didn't happen right, I was like, okay, I need it. I need
those 1,000
I need
views
right
now.
I need them. And then if the subs weren't going up, I'd be like, okay, well, why did this
Why aren't
one...
people subbing? Why aren't
Yeah,
they,
it got
what am I
just
doing
as
wrong?
many views, but why did they not sub as much? So it's kind of... It was really...
You got grabbed by the numbers game.
Yeah, and it was bad, because I'd be laying in bed thinking, like, okay...
It turned from less from doing it for fun into like, oh, I need to see the numbers or
The
something.
results.
I want it to... And I kept telling myself, like, oh, I don't care about the numbers. Oh, I don't care.
But then
Oh,
literally
whatever.
you upload and you're looking at like...
I'm staring. I'm like, I need this. And I'd find myself out for dinner watching, and I'm like, okay, this is... And then I'd be thinking, okay, if I do this, and this, I can get 20 subs just like last time.
Okay.
So this year, I think I'm just going to try. I think there's a happy medium between stuff that I like and what's popular. Because I think with streaming, doing what's popular is almost impossible to get traction at all.
Yeah.
But if I also go and play some random PS2 game,
No one's going to watch.
yeah, no one's going to watch. So I think I'm going to try and find a middle ground of like stuff that I enjoy where I'll just upload and be like, okay, like I was playing Duck Simulator. I don't know. That was like my last stream, I think.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there watching ducks. And then the videos didn't do too bad. And then but it was something I enjoyed doing. And I was like, whatever. I turned. And then figuring out how to turn view count off on OBS. That's another big thing.
Yeah, I remember trying to help Eddie with that.
Yeah, it was just, and the delay. I don't know what's wrong with the delay. I've tried everything. So I got to try and figure out how to like set up so I'm not watching the numbers and then kind of upload and forget about it. I think deleting YouTube Studio off of my phone, I think that's a big thing. Because I don't want to delete YouTube because then I can't watch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but YouTube Studio, I was always on. I think most of my screen time was YouTube Studio because I was watching just all the analytics to see.
I have YouTube Studio on my phone, but it's more so because I'm logged into my regular YouTube channel and I'm just too lazy to constantly switch between the accounts. So I'm just like, all right, I'll just download YouTube Studios and just be logged into the Nerdy Misfits on that.
And watch everything.
That way, if I need to check comments or anything, I can. But then I'm just logged into my regular YouTube for YouTube.
Smart.
That's smart. Yeah, maybe I should switch. Maybe I should make a different YouTube so I can watch videos.
Because that way, YouTube's probably one of the big things for that I absorb for content, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, the studio. Well, I'm not we're we've just started uploading shorts, so we're
Yeah.
not like super.
Analytical.
Yeah, we're more so just trying to get in the habit of posting them,
It's
and then from there we'll kind of decide certain things if they perform better. Maybe we'll focus more on.
it's
closer
hard to
that.
learn, especially the difference between Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram Reels.
Reels, from what I've looked up, Reels are useless.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I've been watching videos. You have to be in like a certain. I don't know if it was just a fluke that this happened, but I was doing my shorts, which are like 15, 20 seconds, because I have like a formula that I follow. They didn't perform at all. And then I watched this video. Your reel should be 6 seconds, so that way they're replaying over and over again.
Okay.
So I did that, and then the one short got
Did better.
views. Yeah, it got views. So, but then I was like, man, I don't want to have to edit a short and then also
Yeah, because
edit a
TikToks
reel.
and Shorts for the most part can be almost identical.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I was doing mainly.
Because we've done a couple TikToks where we knew we weren't going to post them on YouTube because we knew the style we were going for was more of like a randomly showing up in your For You page.
Yeah, and then kind
Of
of
like, oh, which one showed. We did
It
like,
was the Harry Potter.
yeah,
one.
the Harry
Potter.
Potter. Yeah,
Where it was
that
like,
kinda
which one
hooks
shows
your-
up? Yeah, which one showed up for you? And we're not going to post that on YouTube
Yeah.
because like we just don't. The content isn't there, and people aren't scrolling through YouTube Shorts as much as they are TikTok, just flying through them.
Oh yeah, I think my TikTok's nasty. I think I spend like 3 hours before bed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then 4 hours later, when I'm done scrolling TikTok,
yeah, I had to
like,
delete my TikTok
Yeah.
account. Like I only use TikTok now because the Nerdy Misfits has a TikTok account now.
Yeah, it's bad.
So thankfully, the algorithm for us sucks right now. So I'm never even on it because I'm like, this sucks,
It-
and I don't
it's-
want to teach it because it's apparently a lot of work.
It's hard. All I did was make shorts, and then I just dumped. I just was like, I'm gonna throw as much as I can into the ecosystem and see what hooks. I've got some that are like 4 views, some that are like 400.
Yeah, it's kind of like where we're going now.
Our views are weird right now.
Yeah,
But
it's-
we're also trying to go because obviously, like our content, we don't want to be like pigeonholed into just Pokemon or just this. It's like no, the whole point of the Nerdy Misfits is that we're covering
everything.
some anime stuff, some manga stuff, some
Comics,
Pokemon,
Marvel,
Star Wars. So
DC.
That
we're
was
kind
my-
of trying to make sure all of our initial posts are kind of covering well and kind of see what does
what
well,
hooks.
which
That-
obviously Pokemon has done.
Pokemon is Pokemon.
It
So.
did
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's because
As you know, Eddie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think my one that popped out, someone's like 1 million views now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just, but that's what I was kind of scared with streaming with pigeonholing. Like my first big stream where I think it was like 30 viewers consistent.
which is good.
Yeah, which is nuts. It was League of Legends, and I don't play League.
But I think the big thing was you were also on YouTube
yeah, the Switch was nuts. Like I had
because
nothing.
Twitch, YouTube, like for League, when it comes to Twitch, it's like you're never gonna get noticed.
Oh yeah, no, it's. I think I was watching this video, and Twitch has like 0 search engine. There's nothing. It's just you're just there.
it's
you
just
have to
people.
pray.
The problem with Twitch is people are gonna click on League of Legends if
Mm-hmm.
they're looking for a League of Legends streamer, and they're gonna pick in the first 2 rows most likely.
like Tyler won.
First 2 rows, you're gonna see like Sneaky, Meteos, Double Lift, etc. Like all these X Pros or Tyler One, and that's who they're gonna watch. They're not gonna scroll for for God knows how many pages until they see, oh, there's Ebatts with like 1 view.
You know Most Critical?
Yep.
Yeah, so he said that if you have 6 viewers consistently, you're in the top 5% of Twitch. He said there's so many people streaming at the same time that you should consider yourself lucky if you have 3 to 6 viewers because there's no one can find you. And I kind of did the switch when Ludwig did the switch.
Yep.
Because I know there was a whole bunch, all my TikTok was controversy about like, oh, YouTube's going to take over. YouTube's picking up streamers. I think they picked up Valkyrie around the same time. And it was
Yeah, they had
like,
Valkyrie. They had
and I think Hassan was looking at it. And then I was like, oh, maybe now's the time where all like it's heating up now. So I tried. And then, I think it was because I did learning how to play League. That was a really big thing because people like to watch beginners. So
Yeah,
it was like
they like to
30
make fun of them
people.
or
Oh,
enjoy them,
yeah.
yeah.
It was just everyone backseat gaming, telling me what to do. And then I don't do one thing, like, you're a fucking idiot. And I was like, damn, all
You're
right.
like, this is great.
Yeah, I loved it. I remember
This is why I'm scared to stream.
Eddie lives off of it. He's
I-
like, yes, call me an idiot.
I quit streaming. I've streamed 3 times. I quit the first 2 times because on Twitch I got made fun of. I was shiny hunting a Pokemon Let's Go, and someone said I look like a creep or something. And I was like, this is it. I'm never doing this again. Hated it. And this time I kind of went in it like,
you just don't care.
yeah, I was like, they're commenting, they're pushing me. I don't care. I'll never meet them. I'll never see this person. If I ever see them, they're not going to say it. They're going to. So
They'll lie. They'll say they like
Yeah,
you, and
yeah,
you're not a
they'd be
creep.
like-
Oh,
yeah,
you're the
they'd
most
be like,
attractive
oh,
person I've ever met.
yeah, so they're like, oh, I love you.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, so I was like, I don't. If they're pushing it, I don't care. They can say whatever they want. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I feed into it, and it's.
Reminds me, this one person that I went to school with, we follow him on TikTok. His name is Jacob. And he posts all the time on TikTok. Questionable if he's, you know, sometimes I don't think he's in the right frame of mind, is all I'm going to say. But they're entertaining nonetheless. And I remember one of his huge TikToks that blew up recently was he was complaining about the new God of War because he bought it for his PS4. But it comes with like 2 separate discs, and he has to download the disc. Then he puts the second disc in, download disc, then he can play. But then he had to download the day one update, and he posted a TikTok about it. He's like, "This is the stupidest thing ever," and he blew up. And then people are like, "Just buy a PS5," and just this, and he's just like replying to all of them, like stitching. He's just all like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And
It's so funny.
He's the complete opposite, where he just doesn't care. He's just gonna tell him how it is.
I like people that like that. That's how you kind of.
And at the same time, you're just fueling him, right? Like for him, it's just views. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that's a controversy sells. That's what
the thing.
You need. Yeah, you need something that's. I remember a couple when I was doing TikTok for my YouTube or Twitch the last time before I quit. I was doing stuff that I knew. Like I know a big thing on Twitch is female streamers get views easy.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I was like, if I get into this, I'm gonna piss all the male streamers off. I was like, so. I would say things like, "Oh, female streamers don't have it easier," and then they would just hundreds of thousands of comments were like, "You're a fucking idiot. They're so easy." like I think the views might come easier, but
no one's gonna stay.
Hard, yeah, it's harder for them.
Harder to build an audience.
Yeah. It's like sure they're getting views,
but you're not gonna build that community that is kind of what you desire.
Yeah, and I don't think all the streamers are like that. I was in a Discord with a bunch of female streamers, and then I think the people that they're all talking about are just the ones that are got their shirt off and whatever. But there's female streamers that are like just trying to game.
Yeah, like Valkyrie and stuff.
Yeah,
that have built crazy communities, crazy channels.
And I don't think it's fair that they also get the comments of the people that are like, "Show me your fucking tits."
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah,
it's a little much.
Like, they have to deal with that, and I don't think that's fair. So
and a male's never gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, no one's like, "Show me your dick," and it's like.
Well, and I've like, there's also been a lot. I know that there's like a few stories of larger content creators that are female that have like stalker issues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think Amaranth had like this really bad one once.
And then there, I think Bree from 100 Thieves also had a massive one, and it's just like
that's not fair.
And
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are some men that are, but at the same time, I feel like that is more common, and that's something that men don't have to deal with as much in the community.
And that's something you
might have to deal with a little bit crazy fans that might show up to your place,
but you don't have to be as scared or And that's something you post on TikTok, and people are like, "You're fucking stupid," and then all the neckbeards that are mad at you.
It's true. That's what. The one thing that I was really impressed when like we had Dan.Chan on, and he's got, I've watched his stream a few times on Twitch, and he's on Twitch, and his community is like, he might get 15, sometimes 20 concurrent viewers, and I'm like, this is impressive.
Oh yeah, I think I was at 3 or 4, and I was like, this is the best.
And he's talking to his chat. They'll hop in his Discord. They'll play some game like Pokemon together and whatnot, and they're just, he has his like community of like whatever it is, 30 people or whatever, but they're all talking in his Discord. They're all giving ideas.
Yeah, he has a small community, which is insane.
That's hard. The one, Thomas. I don't know if Connor. I don't know if you know Thomas. We have a friend Thomas. He streams too, but he had it was 7 people, but they're all toxic, like all of them. And, like it was bad. Like there was like death threats they were throwing at each other, and it was like it got really like.
But was he fueling the fire, like with content or with what he said, or?
He was trying not to. I think it was just one person that just was in the chat pissing people off, and then they all fed to each other, and he was trying to stop it, and he's like, "Guys, stop! I can't do this." And then so we like quit streaming because of it. And I was like, "You should just like let me ban them." He's like,
ban hammer, yeah.
Yeah, I was
hit him with the
I was
ban
a
hammer.
mod. I was like, "Let me ban them." He's like, "No, I want the viewers." And I was like, "Oh man." So
that's a question of like what's more important to you, the viewers or like the community that you want to create?
I feel like you need to like at that point you should be like, "Okay, this isn't the community I want."
Yeah,
because it's hard. I think it's tough because I've had a few people in my chat where I was like, okay, like I don't like get this shit out of here.
Yeah,
like, it's hard to keep the community like that. So to have 20, 30 people, that's insane. That are all nice and
yeah, I've definitely tuned in, and he's had like 20 concurrent Discords, always like active.
Yeah,
there's always people asking questions.
That's a hard thing too, getting an active Discord.
Yeah, I mean our Discord's not quite active.
No.
I'm happy with the amount of people we have, and we do get questions every now and then, but. For the most part, obviously, our Discord at the moment is filled with a lot more friends, mutual friends. That's still working towards having more, of the actual community.
Livelihood,
for the
yeah.
Yeah.
Hoping to build that off of obviously posting more to YouTube and
TikTok,
TikTok. That's the goal. But I've also heard some like crazy stories about people getting way too addicted to their Discords.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where like, because you're so happy to have all of these people in your community talking, right? And then so you feel like you need to be there and talking.
Oh, right. So
then you're like feel like you always need to be in the Discord or like
instead of just letting it be a community. You
exactly.
You feel like you
So I've heard like some, obviously from bigger content creators, but still like that's definitely not a.
Like they make that parasocial relationship where it's like I gotta be there.
I think it's cool if like you popped into your Discord every now and then. Like that's what we try to do. Like the questions every now and then we'll like be like, oh, like if anyone has questions,
trailers, random things like that.
Also, I think Discord's also hard to handle with fans because I know there's this streamer that I was playing with and she had a Discord where like you just play Valorant with her.
Yep.
But then someone joined in the voice chat and just started blasting like a bad word, and like so her stream got shut down.
Yeah, that's when you need to. That's why like when we made the Discord, I took like a day or two of like creating it with no one in it. And then I made sure I used like a template because it was going to be community one. And then I edited the template to work more towards what we're geared towards. Then I brought in all the bots. And after that, it's like a matter of like, if that was the case, if Matt and I were to play games and if we were to stream them, you have to make sure to have your locked chats that you're bringing people into. And it sounds bad, especially when you're smaller, but that's the thing. You can't afford to have one jerk come in.
That'd ruin it for you.
It's hard to say when you're smaller. It's hard to say no to people.
That's the thing, right?
I have so many people that will pop in. Like when I was trading Pokemon, there's like, hey, trade Pokemon with me. Hey, and there was this person that was like, hey, come play Roblox with me. I was like, well, like I'm kind of playing Pokemon. Like I don't.
Yeah, I don't play Roblox.
And then I feel bad because then they leave. They're like, okay, well then I'm not watching, and it's like, oh well, maybe I should have gone and played Roblox. But
no,
you got to
play the game you want to play.
Yeah, that's it. You got to stick, and it's tough. It's like, oh man, and then I feel bad.
Now I feel bad.
Are the nerdy
you could have been
Misfits?
the greatest Roblox ever.
Well, I was thinking about it. Walmart has their introduction to the metaverse through Roblox.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
the introduction.
Yeah, they tried their first metaverse project where you could shop virtually. It failed horribly, and now they're testing through Roblox.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So, are the nerdy Misfits going to be playing games soon, though?
I don't know too much about games. The problem is like the game I played the most of was League of Legends, and I've been league free.
Oh man.
For a couple months, a few months, like since I've played like 1 or 2 ARAMs, but
ARAMs are. I remember I started playing. And I was like, "Don't go online. It's so toxic. Don't do it." And I was like,
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hop in. Like, I don't care. I'm sick of playing bots. I'm bored.
I'm sick of playing bots.
I was
Yeah,
like,
fair.
and then so we do it. And I just got
destroyed.
flamed. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
was
It's like you hop in an ARAM, which is like for map for so just so you know, this is like supposed to be the for fun. Like
yeah. Oh yeah. It's
no, like it's one lane where there's no real strategy anymore. It's just a free for all for the most part of 2 teams just attacking one another.
Yeah, and you get a random
champion.
Yeah. So this person I've never played before, and then
people expect you to be a god.
Yeah,
on the
they're
champion.
like, you fucking idiot! I can't.
Don't you know how to use your E? Don't you know?
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I've been playing for 20 minutes.
No, I don't. I don't even know how to move my character,
Yeah.
bro.
It's like
I got up here.
It's like actually Overwatch. That was another one where I loaded up Overwatch, played my first game, and I was getting called like every profanity in the book. They're like, "You fucking idiot." And I was like, "Sorry, I've never played before. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm literally level 1."
Have you played like CS:GO or anything too?
No, I've been scared. I think CS:GO.
It's just as bad.
Yeah,
If you hop on CS:GO and you ever try to play ranked,
you just get destroyed.
you need to know every call out. You need to know all the flashes and stuff. And if you don't, it's like, what are you even doing here?
Why are you here? You should just jump off the falls.
Like it's like
Siege is like that too. Actually,
Yep.
Siege was really bad.
Oh, me and my friends tried to play Rainbow Six Siege, and we were getting spawn killed.
Oh, it's bad.
And we were just like, okay, this game sucks. Like
I was getting team killed
because we don't. Well, we didn't. We were just hopping and trying to play like whatever the beginner game mode or whatever. But then my brother was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of Smurfs that just hop on to just destroy.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's bad.
And I'm just like, okay, so we play on this one map, and they're just like killing us from like, I have no idea.
I remember I was doing that on an airplane map. I don't know if that's the same one, but yeah, it was just I'd walk in the airplane dead. I was like, where's this happening from?
Yeah, ours, I don't remember. It was like we're on a street, but they're killing us from one building from the window where you're able to like quickly get to the to see the spawn. And I'm just like, how is this fun for anyone?
Yeah,
I don't understand how this is fun for the enemy team because you're literally not playing the game normally either.
That's like camping in Call of Duty. I was playing last night, and this one kid was just sitting in the corner the whole game, and it was an objective where it was hard point, so like you have to, and then they wouldn't play objective, so the game went longer.
They just watched you go by.
Yeah, and they just sat there for the whole like 30 minutes doing nothing, and I was like, how is that fun for you?
Yeah, that's some of the more competitive games. They're pretty crazy. Yeah, League's definitely up there. But yeah, I haven't played it, and that's like the game I played the most of. I'm not a big story like RPG game.
Oh, really? That's Skyrim. Definitely, I love story.
Like
games.
I played like all the superhero games. Like I was a big fan of the Arkham games. I played pretty much all of Spider-Man. I said because I got to the final boss. Okay, like I got down for something.
Yeah, beat most of it.
Pretty much beat it. And then by the time I got back to it, I like forgot the mechanics of the game, but you can't really do much except for it's like I had to beat Doc Ock or like basically web sling around, which isn't going to help me relearn the game. So I was like, oh crap, I either have to replay the entire game or just try and beat the boss with like not knowing the mechanics anymore.
Yeah, that's frustrating when you're at a critical point, you join in, it's like I don't remember how to play.
I think the problem is like for the most part, it's like a matter of I just burn myself out of the game when I'm like super hyped and I play so much of it so quick, and then
I do
like,
the same thing. Like I
probably wasted way too much time web slinging like for hours.
Oh, that's so much. I modded my Spider-Man, so I just made it so much more fun. Like they changed New York to look more like New York, so like Times Square looks fantastic. And then I changed this music mod so it plays like.
So you're just going out for a stroll.
Yeah, all the time. I'm like, oh, it's a rough day. I gotta go swing through the city.
That's fair. Yeah, no. Matt obviously is interested, but at the current time, Matt doesn't have the
he's got a
hardware
MacBook with a screen that you can't. I took 99% alcohol to
try and clean my
screen
laptop
because
screen.
there's gunk on it. And it won't come off. I was like, oh man, I gotta try 99%. It didn't take it off. That's supposed to clean everything.
Yeah, I don't even think you're supposed to use alcohol on screens.
You can use alcohol, can't you?
No, I don't think you're supposed to.
Oh, my tech teacher in high school used alcohol wipes on everything.
Oh, well. That was an error.
Yikes.
Yeah, don't think you're supposed to use that. And
oops.
Knowing the program you graduated from, I'm disturbed.
Oh, no, he didn't graduate.
I graduated.
Oh, yeah, the other program.
No, not your program.
Yeah, I was
the program.
say, yeah.
Eddie and I both graduated from the same program.
It was one season. It was only one class of hardware. The rest of it was all software.
Did you not pay attention?
No.
Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I was there for networking, cloud system technologies, right? If it was not in the cloud, I didn't care.
That's fair. They did not cover that on the cloud.
But I can download RAM off of the cloud.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
downloadmoreram.com.
Yep.
My favorite website.
Yep.
So Matt, please use that.
Oh, yes, thank you. I will. Thank
That'll
you for
help
the
you a lot.
recommendation.
But yeah, well, we'll see. Well, I don't think games that are high up. Currently we're looking into doing board games. Matt's obviously really into board games.
Really?
Yeah, I dabble.
So we're looking into doing like a channel where we'll just post Matt and his friends kind of doing a full playthrough of a game, and then he'll edit clips from the game.
Basically, everyone that's involved with the Power Rangers RPG is probably going to be on that channel a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then he's just going to edit clips of it, put it together in more of a condensed video to be like, hey, this is a game. This is like the way the game works. Show clips from the game, how to play it, give a rating.
That's kind of like,
and then bring that to the full channel, and then the play channel can be for those if you're interested in seeing a full playthrough.
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah, that's like Critical Role, I think. Is that?
Well, Critical Role does
Kind
Dungeons
of.
and Dragons specifically, but
Because that was pretty successful, wasn't it? I haven't seen.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah,
extremely
very,
successful.
very
Critical
successful.
Role, yeah,
you can argue that they're probably one of the. I think
They are
You know
the
when the
most
leaks
successful.
happened with all the money for Twitch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were the top.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so
Not Ninja.
no, not Ninja. But yeah, and they have their second season of their animated show that got picked up by Amazon.
Oh right,
That
I
comes out
forgot
soon,
about their
yeah.
show. Yeah.
That comes out in well, by the time this goes live, it might already be out. To be honest,
Yeah, I think the second season starts.
the
Yeah.
20th. So, but that one's huge. I've watched / listened to all of Campaign 2. I'm not caught up on Campaign 3, but I've got a good chunk in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's more obviously RPG based, right? It's voice actors playing their characters to a T. Whereas some of the board games might just be card games.
Yeah.
right?
Plain
Like
and
deck
simple.
building games, or
Stardew Valley.
it's also a way for
Oh,
Matt
yeah.
to get through his
We'll
board
be doing
games.
Stardew Valley.
I
Don't
love
worry.
Stardew Valley.
It's a great board game.
But it's a way also for Matt to play his games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, MetaZoo.
MetaZoo.
We'll get to
That'll
it.
be on there
We'll
for
get to
sure.
that.
The One Piece trading card game.
One Piece trading card game. Yep.
I'm gonna have to start looking for that. That sounds interesting.
It's right behind me.
Yeah, we got some.
It's in my bag.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I
Really?
have 3 decks.
But so you're an anime newbie,
Yeah, definitely a newbie. I've seen all the basic ones. Yu-Gi-Oh.
but you
No.
love them.
I love. Yeah.
You're passionate
I'm
because
very.
You guys have
I've
freaking
seen-
Naruto
yeah.
tattoo. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He's got a Naruto tattoo. I've also seen your car.
Yeah.
So-
I got a lot of.
You definitely you may have not seen many, but you love them.
Oh yeah, it
The
definitely.
ones you have seen, you're like, yeah, that
I
was
s-
the shit.
I definitely spent too long not watching because of stuff I saw on the internet. I was like, I can't do this. I think it was.
But you watched all Naruto,
Yeah. And
so this at the end of the day, you can.
I
You
can't
can do anything.
I was like, why wasn't I doing this in high school? I think it was My Hero.
Yeah.
And I saw clips of that on the internet, like the fans. I was like, no way. It's like Rick and Morty. I haven't watched Rick
I haven't
and
watched
Morty.
Rick and Morty
I,
either.
I refuse
I've heard
to.
great things, obviously.
Yeah, but did you ever see the clip of that kid in a pickle costume in McDonald's on top of like the counter? It was when their Szechuan sauce or something went to McDonald's, and he's like,
No.
"I'm Pickle Rick," and he like seized up on the counter, and I was like, "Oh, I can't be involved with that.
I can't be associated with that
There's
fandom.
no way. Yeah, there's no
Well, I
way.
mean, there's so many toxic anime communities, but
yeah, that's
can't let that hold you back.
Yeah, I know, and
Just don't comment.
yeah, that's and I watched My Hero, one of my favorite now. So I've
Well, there
made
you go,
yeah,
see?
I've made my way.
You're getting through there.
Yeah, so.
So it's mostly shonen or all shonen.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've gone off of shonen yet. Actually, I think Chainsaw Man. I don't think Chainsaw Man's a shonen.
It's like adult shonen.
No, it's a shonen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
That's
isn't Jump.
dang.
It's in
So-
Jump Plus now,
Yeah.
I think, but it was.
Yeah, no, I haven't made my way
Jump.
off of.
Violent. People were shocked it was in Jump, but
Really?
at
Yeah.
first, because it is a little
Edgy.
gory.
Oh yeah, that's in.
Just a little bit.
His whole task is to touch some boobs. You know. I mean, I
Sometimes the
respect
simple
it.
tasks are better.
Yeah, I respect it.
Sometimes the simple tasks are better. But I mean, that's good. And so you're working through Hunter x Hunter now.
I finished Hunter x Hunter.
Finished
Now,
Hunter.
Yeah,
so
I'm
so what's on the chopping block for it?
One Piece is next. One Piece.
Oh, just a small one.
Yeah, just One Piece.
Oh,
I
just
gotta
One Piece. I'll get
Yeah,
through
that's
that
what
by
it is.
next week, and then onto new and brighter adventures.
Chainsaw Man. I gotta finish that.
Okay. So you were
There's-
watching that one as it was
Yeah.
coming out, kind of the season.
Yeah, I think I watched 3 episodes. So,
Nice.
Demon Slayer. I've only seen season 1.
Okay.
but
Okay.
I gotta. Then there's.
The movie and then the second part of season 2.
Should I watch the
You don't
movie?
need to watch the movie.
That's what I was
technically,
wondering.
because
I-
you
Well,
can
yeah,
watch
you can
the
watch the
first
movie
half.
or you can watch season 2.
Yeah, season 2, the first half technically covers the whole movie. So
And there's one someone told me the time I was reincarnated by a slime.
that's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've heard mixed reviews. Some people hate it.
Well,
some people.
some people hate it because it's an isekai, and it's the anime sphere is very oversaturated with isekai as a genre as a whole. But I think Reincarnated as a Slime, in terms of isekais, if you like it, if you like that genre, I think it was a pretty solid one. I would say it's like up there. My favorite
Wars?
isekai is ReZero though.
Food Wars. Have you seen Food Wars?
I've seen all Food Wars.
Is it good? Someone told me to watch Food Wars, and I haven't asked anyone yet.
Falls off hard, but first 2 seasons are
Yeah.
decent, but then it stops being good. It stops being good. Is the simple way of saying that. I would not. That's not the anime I would recommend.
Nope.
If I was like, oh
That's-
yeah, you want a shonen, that's not the first one that would come to mind.
Fire Force. I think that's another one.
I wouldn't recommend that
no?
one either.
Man, I'm getting bad recommendations.
I think I know who's recommending them.
Yeah?
Never mind.
I think Fire Force is well animated, but overall the story is like, it's not my cup of I don't think it was the best, which is why I ended up stop watching it.
Maybe I'll just go rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh. You know?
That's a good one.
Also, yeah, can never go wrong with that.
Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and then
You
after
go GX
that,
and then 5Ds and
after GX, I just stop watching, and then I try and play the card game, and then synchro summons, and then I make one move, and then they make 6 moves. They've got 4 monsters on the.
And you're
field.
done.
Yeah,
And
and
you're
then they're
done.
like, yeah, you've
GGZZ.
died 6 times, and I'm like, what? It's like I would just like.
what do you mean?
Like I just want to use my time wizard on my baby dragon.
Oh boy, that was a
Joey,
dragon.
no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you haven't watched Demon Slayer, obviously that one's. But Jujutsu Kaisen,
Ooh, love Jujutsu Kaisen.
If you've watched
Fantastic.
all of it, yeah.
That's
definitely like right up the alley of like a when you're a cat for casuals. Like it's definitely just
Yeah.
easy to follow for the most part.
Mhm.
The manga's getting a little less easy, but
I've heard it gets good.
It's really good, yeah. And the character designs are good. The character, I mean, it's obviously it's following a very shonen formula, like battle shonen formula, I should specify. But
Yeah, because I think they even make jokes about being a little like Naruto, don't they? There's like little references to it.
yeah, there's some references. Are you into sports?
Yeah, I like to say so, but sometimes it's
Yeah, I like to say so.
Yeah, I watch basketball. That's the only sport I can really follow.
You can watch basketball, the anime.
I've been thinking
Kuroko no
about
Basket.
that. Yeah, I
Basketball with
saw that.
superpowers.
That sounds intense. I can follow that. Yeah, there's just
That's on Netflix.
I tried football for a while. It's just there's too much waiting between the plays.
There is a lot of waiting.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half to decide what to do, and then what you decide takes you 10 seconds, and then I gotta wait another minute and a half to see you do another 10 seconds. I'm like,
You tried.
yeah, I tried.
Well, there's an anime, volleyball, a couple basketball ones. You can watch Slam Dunk, which is more regular basketball, and then Kuroko no Basket, which is superpower basketball.
What is it, haiku? Is that
Volleyball.
I heard good things about that one.
That one is really good.
People love that one.
Blue Lock is just recent. Only 12 episodes so far, and it's still going on this season, but that's soccer. It's pretty good.
There's this meme
Or
anime.
football.
Football.
Oh yeah, you don't want to offend anyone. Football.
Football.
There's this joke anime on. I don't know if it's a joke or if it's real. I don't want to say
He's
anything.
like, there's this joke. Actually, I'm not too sure.
wait.
It could be real.
I'm on the fence. It was called Ohio the anime.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's like this TikTok anime that's supposed to blow up. But he had an anime before, the same guy. It was called like Black or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and it like was a scam where you have to pay him to be a voice actor to be in. Yeah, you got to pay like.
What?
Yeah, so there's like
That's a twist.
these like decently sized TikTokers that are in it. And I'm like, oh man, I was like, there's no way this can be real. Like you got to pay like $30 a session or something to voice act for him. I'm like, there's no
hell?
way. Yeah, so I thought that was kind
It's
of
like paying him so that he has the money to do what he
to
wants.
make it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I want to make this anime now. You pay me.
I mean, it's kind of a smart way of like funding your project.
Yeah,
But the
it's
thing
like-
is, like, if you're paying $30, like, how many people does he need paying 30? And then how many people are in this story?
that's what I was wondering. I think it was like $30 was a side character.
How can it be a coherent story?
There's no way. There's 150 different people.
Well, that's interesting. Clever.
Yeah, but I think it was quite a bit to be like a main character. One appearance is like $30, and it's like,
That's too crazy.
yeah, it was nuts. It was something, but anime's huge right now, so
And
everyone wants to do it.
It's gonna keep going,
Yeah,
keep
that's
growing.
like
It's like no longer a like something that people hide. It's just like a common thing
it's
now.
like whatever, like skateboard brands, like my
Which is also
favorite.
why it becomes more and more toxic every day.
Oh yeah, because it's like
The larger and larger the fandoms, the more.
like the gaming community. Just
Exactly.
terrible.
The thing is, it's just a loud minority, right? Like that's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's like they're loud.
Yeah, that's
They are loud because like I've seen all sorts of crazy things in the anime community, from like threatening voice actors who are portraying a character that they have literally no control over what happens to said character, like getting death threats
That's
That's
their
nuts.
fault.
That's insane.
because of what happens to their like a character or the character's choice.
Not getting too spicy into it, but cosplaying is very toxic.
Yeah.
Like I think who cares who you're cosplaying, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
just talk
cosplay who
about
you want to
that.
cosplay.
yeah, and
If
people
that's a
get
character you look up
heated.
to or you like or
Yeah.
play, the whole point is to dress up like that
Yeah,
character. You
and
can't
you're-
tell someone who they can be.
Yeah, and I've
It's
seen
a made up character.
But no, I want them the way it was like TikTok's bad. I think that's the worst part about TikTok.
It's because there's so many people, and it falls under the same thing, right? It's so many people, but there's no face to it. It's like you're faceless. You can just say what you want.
And those are the accounts with no profile. Your profile is a picture of
And you're
Naruto,
just- yeah.
and your user 2746.
and you're just toxic as all hell.
Yeah, because you can hide behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes I see comments on our new posts, and I'll just be like, I don't even want to read it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's,
But then I read it. But that like I'm just like scared it's gonna be something like
Yeah.
so rude, and I'm just like, part of me's not like I'm not gonna care, but then part of me's like, oh, I'm gonna pop off on them. But then I'm
Yeah.
like, but is that worth it too? Like it's like
it's hard. It's hard to have no react. I think it's almost impossible to have no react. People say, "Oh, just don't care." I don't think that's possible.
No.
It's still gonna get to you.
Yeah. Part of you is gonna be like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah.
Like,
And I think I've had a couple where I respond to them where I think they thought, "Oh, he's not gonna respond," so then I respond. I don't say anything mean. I'm really good at being a sarcastic
yeah.
dickhead.
Well, that's your opinion,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. So I'll say something kind of sarcastic.
that's
and
like
then-
your charm.
Yeah, I think that's my shtick. I kind of
That is your shtick.
I
for
want to
sure.
bring that more into my stream actually, just being a because
It comes off really well in your shorts. So do you watch your entire stream over again to find those?
Actually, yeah, So
That sounds deadly.
I kind of mark when I'm streaming. I'll mark down on
If
my
something
phone.
cool
Yeah,
happens or
I'll
like-
say something stupid. I'm like, oh, I gotta mark that down. But a lot of what I do is I take the stream and then I just make a YouTube video, and then the YouTube video I make shorts. So it's kind of
okay.
like I'll recycle the one stream 3-4 different ways because it's like I don't want to record another video.
Of course, yeah.
So I'll take the dirty
Yeah.
work.
Your shorts definitely take out the good
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to find
of like
them.
what your personality is.
Yeah, I really try because I was like, I always when I first started streaming, I was like, no, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna
just be a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
But then you're just like everyone else.
yeah, and I got made fun of, and it hurt my feelings. I was like, okay, because I don't know if it's a guard being a sarcastic dickhead, where it's
Yes.
like,
It
yeah,
most definitely probably is. I
Yeah.
think a psychiatrist would
So-
say yes.
yeah. So I didn't have that
It's a
guard up.
defense mechanism.
I didn't have my defense mechanism
As
up.
someone who is also sarcastic, I can
What?
definitely relate.
Yeah, so it's like, and then once it's up, it's just so easy to just reply and be like, just super sarcastic. And I'm like, oh, well, I didn't mean it.
I get yelled at often because people be like, "Oh, like, did you like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it was the best."
Yeah,
Oh, did you like that meal? Yeah, it was the best. Okay, but seriously, yeah, it
Yeah.
was the best.
I think the funniest thing ever is whenever anyone asks me a math question, I'm super sarcastic. They'll be like, oh, what's 47 times 6? I'll be like, 4. And then everyone looks at me like I'm stupid. I think I've reached a level of sarcasm where it's like it just doesn't
People
come
think it's
across.
real.
Yeah, that's
You gotta start saying bazinga when you say
I
stuff.
think
now.
I might. I remember we used to have this super
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. I rolled. I when I worked in the store, we had the supervisor, and I said it to him. He's like, Eddie, no, it's not. Like, and I was like, oh fuck, really? And then
Oh,
I kept
no,
going.
I didn't know.
Yeah, and he's like, it's not 4. I was like, you're telling me 9 plus 12 wasn't 4? So,
Well, at least you're educated now.
yeah, I knew, and I know not to use 99% on.
There you go.
But yeah, no, the sarcastic. It's easier, and then I think once you put that forward on TikTok, people.
But it's also humor. Like, there's humor to it too,
that's-
right?
And it's a hard line to walk, though. It's
You'll pass it.
yeah, it's something that I've definitely had to learn. Where it's like I've seen other people try to do it, and then they just come off as just a dickhead.
Yeah,
Where it's like you got to be funny a little bit.
yeah.
You can offend people really.
Then you just get
easy.
canceled.
Yeah, and that's like, I kind of want to be. There's a couple.
You're like, I want to be canceled.
Well, it's not that I want, but like
You want the attention of being canceled.
you know iDubbbz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be at a level of iDubbbz where it's like you can't get canceled, kind of. Where it's like
People no longer like they care. There's your community's so big that the people who are trying to cancel
Yeah,
you, the
it's
community's
just-
just like, no.
Yeah, no, you can't cancel. You can't cancel iDubbbz. Where it's like I just want to be.
It's like Tyler One's community is the same way. Where
Yeah, I
like
just
for the
wanna-
longest time he was he got banned from League literally.
Oh yeah, but it's like that's me. I don't want to be scared. I don't have to be able to put a face on. And
Yeah, for sure.
Like I don't want to offend someone. Like I don't go out of my way. I don't say things that are like offensive. So it's like who cares? But
Yeah, just be you.
yeah,
Exactly.
Then people don't like you. Screw them.
yeah,
Screw them.
it's a lot of people.
Oh no.
Oh no, no.
It's gonna be okay, Eddie. But anyways, Eddie, as we wrap up this episode, it's been a longer one, which is good. But where can the listeners find you?
On YouTube at Ebatts.
Nice.
TikTok, I think it's Eddie_Batts, EDDIE_BATTS. I think that's pretty much it right now. The Instagram's
Dud.
yeah, I haven't posted there for a while, so
That's fair, that's
mostly YouTube. I'm trying to centralize YouTube.
And he'll be back streaming.
Yeah, so hopefully
Yes.
this week. I'm
Hopefully this
planning-
week.
Yeah, and if not early next week.
So keep your eyes out for the YouTube stream, even though that's like that's like the worst thing that they
Oh
have.
no, it's terrible. Yeah, I just like that it puts everything in one location.
Sometimes it's like
Yeah.
Matt will be like, Eddie's streaming, and I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah, you gotta get those notifications on. That's
true.
That's the
Get
tough
the
part about
notification
it.
bell.
Yeah.
Click the notification bell for Eddie.
Yeah, for Eddie.
Yeah,
Do
we're-
it for Ebatts.
Yeah, for Ebatts. If not, I'll cry because I'm all about the views.
well, thanks for coming on. We definitely
problem.
are potentially we'll have you on again. We have a
Yeah.
potential plan we'll discuss with Eddie after the podcast,
Yeah.
but we're super happy to have you on for the first time.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Thanks for being the first guest of 2023.
Oh, my pleasure. Now
And may we both have a good 2023
yeah,
for our content.
I hope
Hopefully.
so. Yeah,
This is
what's-
the year, as they
this
say.
is the year we make it.
Absolutely.
you know?
Fingers
but-
crossed.
Check out all of our socials, guys, and don't forget to join the island.
Bye.
Bye.
TNMP, the Nerdy Misfit Podcast. Don't forget to join the island by dropping a follow. Thank you, and see you next week.